this video, I'm going to be showing you what I found at a Goodwill for just 10 bucks too. And look at them, they're awesome, to be honest. Alright, so this is Wolverine. And he comes with an extra head, a little painting of Cyclops, and I think that's Jane Forster. I don't know what her name is, but I think that's the Phoenix. I could be wrong. He comes with 2 extra hands. Out of all of them, he's my favorite. I don't know why. I just like Wolverine. And I looked online, and he can go for 30 to 40 bucks. And he comes in a little box too, but there was no box. But either way, I think I was gonna keep him anyways. So if we look at the back of him, the sad thing is that he has little scratches on his back. If it'll focus, I don't think it'll focus, so I'll just yeah, he's scratches on his stripes. But other than that, he's like in really good condition. They were all in really good condition, and I'll talk about the rest of them a little bit. Basically, what this is for is like we've been starting up a reselling thing. We've been doing it since 2022, but we've been recently going to places and looking for things to sell. What we have been doing before that was getting rid of the things that we don't want anymore, or the things that we don't need, and putting it up on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari. Today we went to a Goodwill, and I found these for just 10 bucks. Now I honestly think that was a great score, because all of these have all their accessories, and then there was a whole bunch of extra accessories too. And well, I'm going to be showing you how much these guys can go for. Like, I'm going to be showing their poses, and you know, just see what I do.
Sorry for the noise. If you hear some noise, there's some noise outside because a tree fell down next to our house and they're like cutting it down or whatever. But it's been about a month since those last clips that I recorded, and well, there's been a lot of stuff actually going on. Like, for instance, Wolverine. I really like Wolverine, and if you follow my Instagram, then you can see how much like I really like that toy, you know, this action figure. And I have like a whole entire highlight thing for him only. But yeah, enough about that. If you're wondering where this comic is from, I made it myself. I added little stickers, yeah. And well, I'm gonna catch you up on everything in a little bit and just show you more things. Like, for instance, I already sold Thor, and yeah, I made like about 21 bucks out of them, and I sold him. Like, I doubled my price off of what I paid for these, so that's good. I doubled my profit. And I'm gonna redo the clips of Ultron and Iron Man because they, like, the clips from then, I didn't like them, and I am going to redo them. So it's been about a month, like I already said. Since March 10th, it'll be a month and 2 days. So let's get to it.
And here's Iron Man. I love how he looks. He's so simple, yet he has so much detail. Like, for example, his mask. There's so much detail in it, and it's so crisp and sharp. It looks just like how it did in the comics. He's even got some weird boots. And honestly, for something that you can get at Goodwill for just $10, that's honestly a great deal, because there was no scratches. It came with all the accessories, and it was in great condition. There was no damage to it. There was nothing wrong with it, just that it had a few loose joints, and that's it. There was also an extra pair of hands that are like his main hands, where he blasts out of his hands, and the blasters come off too, or the blast effects. There was an extra Tony Stark head it's blue and transparent. If you're wondering why, it's because this version of Iron Man, this action figure, is like an AI version. For example, in the movies, how he wasn't actually in the suit but could control it with that headband thing. As I was saying earlier, the detail on the mask is spectacular. It looks just like how it did in the comics. And not only the mask details look amazing, but the actual action figure details look great too. Even the details on the back are amazing. Why can't I be like that?
Let me show you some poses.
On to Ultron.
So now that we're on Ultron, I won't be on him too long, but what I will say about him is that he comes with some extra hands. I don't know if he was supposed to have another extra hand, maybe not. Alright, so I'm gonna butt in real quick, and all I have to say is that as I was saying that I wasn't sure if he had all the pieces, and he does. I looked it up real quick, and surprisingly he does, which is amazing, because if you remember earlier during Iron Man, I think I said that they had all the pieces, which they do, which is great. So let's go back to that last clip. And maybe so, but he still has more, like at least an extra hand than the others did. So that's pretty cool. He's a pretty neat figure nonetheless. I like how he looks. The only problem I have with him is that he has a loose torso, but other than that, he's a really nice sculpt. He looks like how he did in the comics, just like Iron Man. And that's exactly what I like about this pack, is that they all look like how they did in the comics. They were all like the classical versions. Of course, Wolverine and Ragnarok, that's what the Thor was called, Ragnarok. The Wolverine is from the show, but he still looked like that in the comics. He has a nice head sculpt as well. I like the little fire piece they put in there. It's like a smoky fire, but it looks pretty nice. It makes him look pretty cool. He does look like a mix of a turtle and a dog. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's fine. I like how he's actually shiny. He has this metallic tint to him. He actually looks like he's metal, so that's nice. The spikes on his shoulders look really nice too. There's actually a lot about him that I like. He looks like Iron Man too. I mean, I guess Iron Man did build him and all. Oh, and one thing that I like about him is that he's got these little propellers on his feet. Because if you're like an action figure collector, you know that they put the name, the brand, all that stuff on their feet. And what's different about him is that he has propellers on his feet, which looks really nice. And if you're wondering where the name and all that is, it's actually on his thighs, as you can see here. One thing I think is weird is that he has a butt, even though he's a robot. I don't get it. I mean, like, maybe it's just because he's supposed to look kind of human and all, but he's still a robot. He doesn't need a butt. I don't know. I guess if you have legs, you need a butt and all, but whatever. As I was saying, he is the most damaged out of all of them. He's got little scratches on his metallic paint. But what can you expect? I mean, if it was used and you got it at Goodwill, you still got a bunch of good stuff. I don't know why I'm saying you, even though I'm talking to myself. But yeah, he was still in great condition. So I'm gonna pause it right here just to say that I already sold this one. I know I already said that, but just so you can remember, this was from a month ago, this clip, so I didn't know as much about this figure as I do now, so it won't be that detailed.
And that's Thor. He looks pretty creepy, doesn't he? I mean, I don't even know what kind of Thor this is, but I like the hammer he comes with. He has a lot of detail. He's like the biggest one. He's pretty heavy. I like the little spinny thing he has because it actually spins. I like how much detail the hammer has. And yeah. So. And there was a whole bunch of accessories.
And that's everything. So thank you for watching this video. This won't be the only reselling video that I will be posting out. From now on, my channel will be mainly about reposting because my vlogging hasn't done as well. I hope this video does well, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If I get a certain amount of views or likes and stuff, I'm gonna keep on doing this type of stuff, and I'm just gonna try my best. So I hope you enjoyed.
I will give thanks to you, O Lord, for though you were angry with me, your anger turned away and you comforted me. I will trust and will not be afraid.